All right, so in today's video, I'm going to be giving you the best guide because if you are wanting to get a full OP katana like this one right here, this is capable of one-shotting just about any NPC in the game, and using its strong attack, you can even double shot elite death axe skeletons, meaning you can farm money like crazy. What is good? Obviously, we are back with a Forge video. So before we start, as a quick announcement, and I'm going to be giving away either every single game pass, or I'm going to be giving away 50 rerolls to a few people. And to enter into the giveaway, if you want to enter, all you got to do is comment Roblox username down below, leave a like and hype this video, and that'll enter you into the giveaway, mate. All right, so enough talking. So first things first is I've already made a video with, like, you know, the best recipes and all that, but that was a bit of like an outline on how the recipe mechanic works and how you can best tailor it to, you know, the specific weapon you want. But in today's video, right, I'm going to be hyper focusing on just crafting a OP katana just like this. Obviously, this is a very, very good Uchi-katana. Now, obviously, the katana category is very good weapon classes in general. I think it's one of the best, in my opinion, for a mix of good damage and a quick attack rate, allowing for good fighting, especially if you know how to do heavy attacks right and parrying and all that. So firstly, I have a lot of Darkite and Demonite, which I'll use for the recipe. That alongside some Magmite just to give it a bit better stats. Now, obviously, I don't want to use too much Darkite. I'll just use this to boost the overall stats in general. But this isn't the main one. Demonite and Magmite are going to be the main items in this recipe, which I'll explain in a second. But firstly, there are two different katanas you can craft if you go over to the Forge. As you can see, there is the Uchi katana and the Tachi. So both of these are pretty good. I'm currently running the Uchi or Uchi-katana. Obviously, I botched that name, but the Tachi I think they're both the same damage-wise, so it doesn't really matter. Now, also, as a note, what you can do, if you don't have the exact ores I will be using, you can go to the website that'll be linked in the description. It'll just be this. You can come on down right here to this section, right off the home page, and click Forge Calculator, and you can use the calculator. This is usually what I'm going to use. So, like, we're going to use Magmite to try to get the trait, and then we're going to throw in some Demonite to increase the overall average, and then some Darkite just to run it up. Actually, probably don't even need Darkite, but another Demonite to a 69%, which is the best you can get out of that, and equal parts Demonite and Magmite. But there are other things we can do to make this even better. So first, obviously, about crafting. So when you go to Forge the Katana, you have multiple outcomes, which is obviously the Tachi and the Uchi katana. So firstly, I'm going to go ahead and forge a little bit of an outline. So rough estimate is, if we come on over to weapons, if we go over to the katanas down a bit, right, these two. So, you know, this is on the same website if you're wondering. Decent information, but to get the best crafts out of these, you're going to have to do around 9-ish ores to get like a good one. Now, what we're going to look at is I'm going to try to do, I think around 20 ores is the range I was aiming for. So I might do like 20 Magmite or 20 in total. So I'll do about this and this. We do want to get a katana though, so I'll dub this down. But as you see, we got a 72% chance for a katana with a 5.33 multiplier. If we add anything else, it starts to go down. So this is a good level overall, 5.33. Hopefully it is. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a katana. It's a cool effect visually. I'm going to try to get, obviously, the closest to 100% as I possibly can. Now, as a note though, you do want to try to craft strategically, which I'll explain the wink wink methods. So essentially, when crafting, there's a bit of an outline in the way it works. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this mythical 90 base damage. That is very good. What is mine currently? I think mine might be higher. Yeah, mine's 104. So this one we just got has a 90 base damage and has this passive. So you can see this has a 50% chance or a 35% chance to deal AoE of 50% of the weapon's damage. So not bad, not gonna lie, it's a pretty decent katana. So what we can do, I'm gonna just come up here and check this out. So this should be pretty decent just by itself already. So if I use this, yeah, we're already one-shotting most of these skeletons. Now, The one thing though is we can definitely make this better, and this is a Uchi katana. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to get a bit more optimal. So obviously what you could do is I'm gonna just go ahead and do this as a demonstration. I would not recommend doing this because this stuff is rare. If you want the best gaunt or the best katana possible, just do this 12 darkite, 6.3 multi, fast forge, and watch it be like gauntlets or something. Okay, we got the normal katana. Obviously this is gonna have no traits at all, and I would very much recommend using demonite and darkite for armor, but nonetheless this should not be that half bad of an item. So I'm gonna go ahead and have this crafted. 100% darkite, let's see, darkite 100%, katana 112. Yeah, this is, as you can tell, just shy of being better than the other one I was running, because the other one had other passives. But now what we want to do is take this, and realistically this one might be better than this one because of the 0.03 faster attack rate. But what we'll do, there's a good chance I don't have the necessary amount of essence, but we'll take this 112 one, go ahead and try to upgrade it a good bit. Okay, perfect. So I can only get I think you can only get mythic ones to level 6. So it's level 6, does almost 150 damage. So now we can take this, find it. It's this one. Oh, I forgot I sold like nearly every single thing I had. Okay, I guess I'll have to slap better items on it. Now with this though, base damage is almost 150, and what we'll do to make this even better, so we'll go into our achievements and we'll find, so attack speed doesn't need to be boosted, but what we can do is increase critical chance. So this is 14, this is 21%, so we can increase critical chance, which will obviously make it way better. So I can come on down and use this. Obviously without lifesteal, it's not going to be too good. It's not going to be bad, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be too great. Now the one trade-off I will say from this one to the other one is the other one has a passive. Even if its multiplier is technically less and its base damage is technically less, I think the passive makes it better. So for the most part, I'm assuming our strong hit like almost one-shots them. If critical hits, it totally will one-shot them. Or if they're not max level. Let me try to find a skeleton rogue that's like, here, we'll go ahead and parry this. See, if you use combat techniques like that, what is this one? Level 1, this should totally get one shot. Yeah. So if you boom, parry, boom, just like that, you can completely fight these off without taking any damage. Or I can just come in and two-shot them. Okay. Now, obviously, not having lifesteal is definitely a bit problematic, I will say. Now, the only trade-off is obviously you can make this way better. Now, what we'll do is to make this better, obviously. So this is a mythical rarity, has a base KG, or not KG, sorry, thinking of a different game. Base damage of 112. Now it does a base damage of almost 150. Once legendary ore is a thing, we could easily get this to over 150. Now, the next thing to note is to get it obviously better. Once they do involve bosses, you can use this from boss kills. But for the most part, what we want to do is get good runes on it. Obviously, I pretty much sold all of the decent runes I had. I think I got some decent berserker ones, but these go on something else. So RIP the darkite I spent on that, I guess. The main thing to note, I mean, I could probably take them off of the one I currently have, which is this one. I could take the runes off of this and then get the 15% critical, 13% physical, and then that. So I might go ahead and do that just now. So we'll do that just to make this even better. All right, so now we can put these better ones on. Where's the heal 13%, increase damage, heal 11%, boom. So now it should be dealing a good bit more. Yeah, let's see. It does that. Now it has 13% increase to the damage, a 15% chance for critical damage, and a 25% heal off of damage dealt. Essentially meaning now can farm a bit longer. And so what we can do is obviously use this, but if you're wanting to replicate this, what you can simply do is just once again use that calculator. But if you further push this to its limits, it would be even more OP. But it's pretty much it for this video. This helped you out. Make sure, comment down below if you have any other questions about crafting guides. I can probably definitely help you out. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one.